What's crazy is even if we're not potting, like the world don't stop. Like bullshit don't stop.
Yeah.
So I was going through Twitter, right? And then this girl posted, I unfollow niggas that bash women all day. Go get your boyfriend, bitch. Bruh. I don't know what it is, but since the rise of Kevin Samuels and these corny podcasters that, it's either they kiss women ass all day or they bash women. It's like women have this animosity towards like podcasters. Like, why do you think that is?
I've always said this publicly. I even said this to my girlfriend that like women are just naturally jealous on the fact that like men always find something to like make themselves feel like occupied. Cause
Hmm.
think about it. Cause as men, we are raised. First of all, we're raised on how to like literally be okay with by ourselves.
With the bare minimum too.
Yeah. So if you have like literally comics, like it was, I never growing up, I never seen women really into comic books like that.
Hmm.
Or it's like even especially in the black community, that was our form of reading.
Hmm.
But as far as you play video games, listen to music, literally sports. Not saying that women don't do these stuff too, but it's like we were always told is like, hey, there's always this. If you have nothing else to do, do it. And of course, when you grow up getting curved by women majority throughout your life,
Yeah.
what do you want us to do?
Nah, because it's a double standard because like let's say if we like a man wanted to infiltrate the beauty industry. And not that I'm saying like some makeup designers that are men don't have lines of makeup, but predominantly people that are in the makeup and fashion industry are gay. But imagine a straight man taking over the beauty industry or the makeup or the lashes industry. Like women would be in an uproar. Like, damn, we can't have nothing. These niggas wanna come over and monetize everything. Like, I don't know. It seems like every time we find our lane and we having fun with something, it's always like, oh, these niggas hate women. Oh, these niggas are bashing women. They're gay. Like, who want to sit in the basement and talk to their friends on camera? Like, fam,
We're not in the
like,
basement, by the way. We're in Florida, so Florida doesn't have basements.
like Stephen A. Smith is getting paid for this.
I just look at it as just like it's just women just naturally jealous because like women just naturally feel like men are like not saying this is a fact, just women just naturally think that like there's as time evolves, men don't need women as far as like sex dolls or freaking AIs or freaking.
No, we always gonna need women. I could tell you
Of course, we will
that.
always need women, but it's like men always find new ways to quote unquote please themselves. I'll leave it
Yeah,
at
of course, of
that.
course. Let's be politically correct
Correct.
on
I'll
the
leave it at that.
comeback. Welcome to another episode of
These are the
Aesthetics.
aesthetics.
I go by the name of Cheech, aka your favorite journalist, aka I'll be where the bad bitches at, aka I'm happy to be back, man. I missed this shit.
Oh man, yeah. Back in the studio, man. I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka your favorite creator, aka quote unquote 20 sexy.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Nah. I'm not gonna let you. By the way, happy belated, birthday to, one of my best friends,
Thank you.
Mr. G Money himself, Gary
Thank you.
Slater. I'm
Absolutely,
giving
man.
your last name. If you ain't got nothing to hide. Yeah,
I got
not
nothing
like
to
you're out
hide.
here committing crimes.
I'm not law-abiding citizen over here. Loud and proud.
Yeah, man, how you feel, man? A year older, how's your body feeling? Like, is there things aching now? What energy do you wake up with? How's your mental health these days? Yeah, what's going on with you?
Man, so I turned 26, I want to say 2 weeks ago, damn near. Yeah, it's been a minute since we recorded. So turned 26. I literally realized the week of my birthday I have gray hairs now.
Nigga, you got one.
No, I'm
Oh
telling you, I
my God.
have like three on this side. I think like one on this side. It's just something that I've noticed. Like,
You
oh
want to be
shit,
73 so
that's not true.
bad.
You asked me how I'm feeling, so I'm literally explaining
Okay.
how I'm doing it. So like literally, yeah, I'm just glad I'm able to see 26. A lot of people don't get to see 26, unfortunately,
That's a
especially
fact.
people that don't look like us. And yeah, I'll just like literally reminiscing about like just my life as a 25-year-old. Like, bro, I had three I had three jobs last year. Thinking about it,
That's crazy.
I had three different jobs. I was laid off, got hired back, and bro, on so much other things. Like I lost my grandmother.
Mhm.
That was like the first like major like death in my family that kind of really like hit home quickly, and I lost my mama mom out in New York. So me going back up north is never just gonna feel the same again because
Mhm.
every time I go to New York, it's like I've never stayed in a hotel. I just stayed with family. So
Yeah.
if there's any other things is that I've experienced my first freaking like anxiety attack at 25. Like
Talk about
talk
it.
about it. But one great thing as well is I've started another podcast besides this, like the Sneaker Convo podcast. So
which is which,
literally,
which is dope, by the way. If you haven't checked it out,
yes,
go ahead
appreciate
and
it.
do so. You know what I mean? Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. And like another thing too, a relationship with my girlfriend has been great, and this is the
I
first
mean,
time.
when is it not great?
Yes, put that
she's
out there.
she's amazing.
I see what you're doing,
No, I'm
and I'm not going home to an angry
I'm
house.
not saying. I'm just saying you always happy. I applaud that. Like
Yeah.
I envy that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot of stuff that I've done for the first time. Where it's like even now, like I'm like getting a job that's like remote. That's like something that I never thought would happen in a million years for me because of the work that I do. So
Mm,
yeah, so I've been okay. Literally, I'm gonna believe it that I've been okay. I can't complain.
okay. Well, I want to start with that. I'm alive, and I'm grateful for that. Um, I mean, like I've said previously on this spot, I don't let myself dwell in, into things too much to even grow an attachment to even feel some type of way. And not in a bad way. It's just like easy come, easy go. Like things are gonna happen. I'm the type of person, if it's beyond me, then I pray. That's about it. You feel me? I rarely
Mhm,
talk, openly about my problems because I feel like men are supposed to go out there, get our hands dirty, figure it out. You feel me? Like
mhm.
we at an age now where we can ask our parents for advice, but we can't really ask them to figure it out for us, which is a weird spot because it's like I could still be living with you, but now like I could file my own taxes. I have my own bank account. Yeah, I got my own car. So it's like you're not necessarily, helping me, to the T anymore.
Mhm.
But I experienced a few losses. I met a couple shiesty people this past year, even this past month. Yeah, I think this year has opened my eyes and has been grooming me to just being comfortable being uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Uh to not
That's a
just
quote.
settle, not to ever get too comfortable, not settling, always chasing something else, and more importantly, having your hands in multiple things because when you put all your eggs in one basket, when somebody come through and take that basket, then you out of eggs. You feel me?
Yeah.
But when you divide up the eggs, like somebody come and scoop this basket, you still got this basket. You feel me? So I mean that's pretty much it, man. But overall, I miss this shit.
Mhm.
I miss y'all. Some of y'all reached out and said, "Damn, when we get in another pod, this and that." But yeah, I don't realize like how therapeutic this is and
Mhm.
how many things I want to talk about until Wednesday come around, and I'm like, "Fuck!" If we're not recording, it's like me. I love
I
to talk,
know.
so all these emotions and all these thoughts are
Fam.
just ah.
Y'all need to know like on the day we don't record, Cheech is like literally pulling his freaking hair out. Like, fam, bro, we can record in someone's shoebox here. Like, fam.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And every time I'd be like, yo, fam, we'll wait till the studio is ready, bro.
Yeah,
Every
that's
freaking
true.
time. Like, it's okay.
Nah,
I understand, like, because Cheech is a very like passionate person. It's just like sometimes it's like with me is when I kind of like put in reality a little bit, it kind of sounds like hate.
nah, not necessarily. It's just, in this new era of even keeping up, you feel me? I feel
Mhm.
like there's people doing 2 pods a week. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's people that have sponsorships. There's people that are doing what we're doing at a higher level. And I compare, me, I'm quick to use a celebrity example.
I
So
know.
to me, so it's like if I'm looking at the field and the best in the field, I want to at least be able to mirror some of their things and some of the disciplinary things that they adopt, which is recording on time, releasing pods on time, pre-recording pods when we're not gonna be
Mhm.
here. So just a little, and also just taking care of the fans, people that support us, and making sure they have content. and just so they can even laugh at our pain. So yeah, bro. If we could record
Yeah,
inside of someone's house, I'm down for it. If we could
I
record
know,
outside, I'm down for it. If we could
bro.
take a vlog in the car, I'm down for it.
This
Like,
man Cheech will throw out a D and it's like, fam, how am I gonna edit this in 2 days? Like literally, bro. But
oh
then again, it's
man,
like it's really the passion we have like for this podcast. But of
that's a
course, the reason
fact.
why we've been gone is like some life shit, some bullshit.
1000%. Yeah,
Some
man.
life shit, some bullshit. But yeah. So what's the first topic we want to get into?
I mean, the take that's been burning inside of me, and the thing that I've been wanting to talk about, when we do get back, which is today, is the season finale of Snowfall.
Yes.
What a show! I mean, what a finale. Uh, People I've seen, I've had enough time.
Spoiler if you haven't seen the
Nah,
finale of
by now,
Snowfall.
all of y'all should have seen that shit.
I put it out there because when you work a 9 to 5, like I understand niggas just don't have time these days. So I'm gonna say a spoiler alert if you haven't seen Snowfall. Go ahead.
I feel that. But overall, man, it's just I have mixed reviews and mixed feelings about the ending. I have my own interpretation on why things took place. But again, since I'm the talkaholic, I'm gonna let Gary start off first, and then I'll follow suit.
Okay.
Mhm.
So my take on Snowfall the show and Snowfall as in like the finale, I think I would say that's one of the best finales I've seen in a very long time.
Best or more realistic finales?
Best.
Okay.
Because there's
Alright.
been a lot of shows that's had like multiple seasons and then like the finale is just kind of like a doozy.
Okay.
Like the last time I watched a finale to like an end of a show where I was like, damn, like that's freaking dope how they ended it. Like I don't know if you've seen Silicon Valley.
No, I haven't seen it.
How the end of the show is like, damn, like even though I always love the very, very realistic like perspective than the happiest perspective, like the Cinderella story. I always
Mhm.
preferred that. But with this show, like what I really loved about it is that it literally screams what I've been preaching on this show week by week by week. There is no 401k in the freaking drug game. No
Okay.
one leaves this game happily. White picket fence, dog, wife, kids. It just doesn't happen. You can make all the millions and billions of money you want to make, but there's never a happy ending when you literally selling drugs. I've been trying to tell people this, but
So do you I guess, do you think when it came to Snowfall, did you think about the OG saying like there ain't nothing in this shit but jail or death?
yeah, of
You
course, man.
subscribe to that?
And even like on literally after I saw the finale, the first moment that literally popped in my head is when like Jerome, Franklin's uncle, literally told him, "When you touch this powder or that brick, there's no going back." And literally, that's exactly what happened. There was no going back because I just love the freaking the character buildup of freaking Franklin. Like this man, literally one of my favorite scenes of last season is like I came into this shit with my eyes wide open, and they still are, nigga.
I feel that.
And like the fact that it's like, yo, he was, even though he was a broke kid, he had his family, he had his friends, he kind of had a decent life, and he was going away to college. But then, as the more money he got, the more power he got, he's literally getting in full blown shootouts with his family, losing friends left and right,
Mhm.
literally freaking stabbing people in the back. He literally became a monster and a fiend just for the dollar.
Okay.
And that's how I literally why I love the freaking finale, because yes, I understand. We're pretty sure we'll get into it. The mama, you could have waited 5 seconds for him to get his money. But as I freaking told everyone, and no one has literally has yet to give me an answer for it, do you really think the freaking CIA gonna give this nigga $37 million and let him live his freaking retirement plan?
I mean, we will never know. We will never know.
Well, what's your take?
I mean, honestly, man, I had mixed reviews. I had what I hoped would have happened and what actually happened, and I had to deal with the reality of it. But to address one of your points about, the idealistic view of the street shit is like, okay, you can either die or go to prison. That narrative is not 100% accurate, because we've seen drug dealers that made it on the other side. We listen to rappers that used to, you feel me, sell drugs to get some money, invest in some studio equipment, and made something out of it. You feel me? So I think the drug game or the street life is not. I'm not saying, I'm not validating it. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I feel like it's what you do when you get the bag that's more important. Do you want to chase the power, the women, and more money, and you want to become a monster and let that shit consume you and kill you at the end? Or do you want to just get enough money to get out? Because that's truly not you. You're only doing it based on your circumstance. You feel me?
Hmm.
And Franklin, like you said, has been a good kid, and we saw, his development throughout the years. I just felt like he got done wrong. Franklin got done wrong,
Hmm.
because starting with his father, like welcome him back to that house, nigga crossed him. You feel
How did he
me?
cross him?
Well, he crossed him because his dad did not approve of his lifestyle, and I'm not saying that was cool what Franklin was doing, because at the end of the day, you were selling drugs and you were putting poison in the streets. But at the same time, Dad, you were like you were hooked on alcohol, and you were in the streets. You were a bum. Like, you became something after you were a Black Panther, and you lost it all. You lost your fucking mind, and you got your time to recoup, reevaluate, and get clean.
Hmm.
I don't feel like his dad allowed him enough grace and enough time to fully become the man that he could have been, to have that conversation. Because in the midst of you working towards something, you trying to see the finish line. You ain't trying to like stop
Hmm.
and assess and be like, you feel me? Like right now, we trying to make it in podcasting. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we don't have time to slow down and think about little shit that we could be doing, other than what we got to focus on. You feel me?
Hmm.
So to me, his dad crossed him,
I think that
by going to the newspaper.
sorry to cut you off, but I'm gonna tell you the main reason, at least in my perspective, why I feel like the reason why the dad quote unquote crossed him, it's not even the fact that he sold drugs. Like y'all in fucking South Central LA in the '80s, you bound to sell a weed bag or two eventually. Unfortunately, that's was in Black people's circumstances back then. But the reason why his mama basically disowned him and his dad quote unquote crossed him is because he was still dealing with the government, and he literally sat him down and says, "You need to stop dealing and believing in the government because this shit never it always ends bad for everybody."
No, I get it,
That
but
was the main reason why he did what he
I
did.
understand that, but who put the drugs in the street in the first place? The
The
government.
government, of
You
course.
get what I'm saying? So even if Franklin Saint did not do it, somebody else was bound to do it. It could have been his homeboy. You feel me? So
And he would have did it. I feel like he would have did it the same way.
that's what I'm saying. So I feel like his dad crossed him first and foremost. His mom started disapproving of what he was doing, then came on his side when the money was involved and
Hmm.
the lavish lifestyle was being, promoted. I feel like his family crossed him, Jerome. Uh, More
Hmm.
importantly, because again, that's the hesitation with Black people doing business with our family. You feel me? And this is why people say like strangers who make you rich and not people you actually know, because greed gets involved, backstabbing gets involved, ego gets involved, pride gets involved. Like the fact that Jerome, you feel me? Like I get it. You could have put me in the weed game, but we dealing with cocaine now.
Hmm.
And that have made you more money than weed. And I brought that bag along. So yeah, you gave me my start, but I'm the big dog now. So we saw Jerome struggle to take the back seat throughout the season, and ultimately the only reason why he did take the back seat because his mental health was starting to get in the way of certain things. Louis wanted the power, and rightfully so. As the woman, you don't feel like you're controlling anything. The drug game was ran predominantly by men. You wanted your position. You wanted to feel validated, but the way she did it by going behind Franklin's back, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. That was a shiesty move. Trying to steal
Hmm.
the connect when I'm feeding everybody
Of course, I
is
agree
a
with
little
that.
bit crazy. You
I
feel
agree.
me?
I think everyone agrees that Louis. Everyone's surprised that Louis was still
Yeah,
alive.
of course. Teddy. Again, I never liked Teddy from the beginning because again, if you know anything about this government, even the way they deal with veterans or whatever, it's like it's one of those things like you useless until you're not. Like you you're an asset until you become a liability, then we discard you. That's what it is. You
Hmm.
feel me? People that join the military, people that join the police department, they already know what it is. It comes with benefits, but it comes with a high level of risk as well. So yes, from the beginning, I never trusted that Teddy had, or Reed Thompson had his best interest at heart. But I trusted Franklin's intuition and his intellect to kind of get him to the next level. Because obviously, if we keep it at a buck, Gary, you could attest to this. He was working his way out of the game.
Who?
Franklin. He
Oh
was
yeah, of
learning how to
course.
fly planes. He was buying properties. You feel
Hmm.
me? Once his girl became pregnant, he was leaving the game behind. He sold whatever he had left to Lee. So it ain't like he didn't have a plan, but again, circumstances
All right.
kept on pulling him back.
Can I chime in a little bit?
You can interject for sure.
So you mentioned Teddy. So Teddy was actually my favorite character of the whole show, by the way. I always said like
Phenomenal actor, but I never liked him as a personality. No,
as a person, okay, I get it. But as a character, Teddy was my favorite one because his first of all, Teddy's character arc was honestly probably the craziest. This man had a desk job in the CIA, just was freaking pushing pen and paper to now being a freaking kingpin of freaking selling cocaine,
on the
basically
field.
literally like an
Mhm.
on field dude. So I love the fact that like this show kind of like really showed how vulnerable Teddy was
Mhm.
and how his ego really got the best of him. His ego is really what got his father killed. That's
Of
one.
course,
His ego is the reason why like the CIA actually wanted to fire him at one point
of
because it's
course.
like, bro, what are you? Even his own like his quote unquote fiance, the crazy Spanish chick,
Mhm.
and his other his baby mama, they're both saying, what are you fighting for at this point?
I think his loyalty got in the way of reality
I
in
don't
a
think it was
sense.
loyalty. It was his
No,
pride because he
I,
does
I,
because he always
but
blames it
I'm
off
saying
like, oh,
like,
I'm doing this for my
but
country.
that's what I'm saying. His loyalty was towards his country, but this country is is encouraging you to pour drugs in a certain community, and you feel me? Like you guys were involved in some bullshit overseas. So realistically, if your country was so dope, why would they put you even in that predicament? And we clearly see him sacrifice everything. He sacrificed his relationship with his dad, his relationship with his ex, and his kid. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like so it's like he was a lone wolf out there.
I
And I
understand.
felt like he wanted everybody to be loyal to the cause like he was. I think Teddy wanted Franklin to close his eyes and follow him through the darkness, but Franklin had other, objectives and other ideas and other goals. And eventually they grew apart because other real shit came into play. Like, yo, my girl is pregnant. Like, I can't keep
Yeah,
selling dope.
I think the main character, like how his story ended, that actually pissed me off was actually Leon's. Surprisingly,
Oh, I'm gonna get to that. I'm definitely gonna get to that.
what pissed me off about Leon's story is that like I love how y'all started like this, like oh this you guys are literally start turning a new leaf, going to Africa. I don't know if it's on vacation, but Wanda is like literally, I love it here. I want to stay here because they ain't shit for me in LA.
Mhm.
And then Leon is like, yeah, but family, the homies is there, whatnot. They literally come back to LA. They see that everything has gone to shit. Literally, Franklin and Louis, they're literally back and forth killing people to try to get Franklin's money back. And what pissed me off is that like Leon had Leon had to go back in a situation where it's like, fuck, since I'm back, am I gonna eat or am I gonna be food? And
Of
and
course,
unfortunately, he had to like literally eat and literally do everything he was doing before at times 10.
of course.
And the shit that pisses me off is that like how I get it. His mother kind of like Franklin's mom kind of embraced Leon a little bit more, even though Leon is still a drug dealing, killing ass nigga.
Mhm. Of
He's just not dealing with the government.
course.
But and another thing that really pissed me off is
Well, he
that
was
like
just very indirectly.
that is true, and I love how you mentioned even earlier about you were saying how the fact that you can like be in this game but not making money control you and like knowing your trajectory and what you want to do when you want to get out. Um, my issue about that is just I hated the fact that like he just came back to LA. You should have stayed your ass in Africa because you literally come back, you freaking being a big ass hypocrite, and then you telling niggas how to live life. It's just kind of weird to me,
I,
pretty
I
much.
think it was his conscience because his character changed after he accidentally killed that kid in the car.
Yeah.
You remember? So I felt like he had just like when Jerome started, tripping. He started having like flashbacks and having mental
Yeah, he
issues,
was
and
literally just breaking down of
he was
everything was
breaking
doing.
down bit by bit. So you're starting to see the effects of what they were doing to people. Just seeing people, like seeing fiends, like leaving your mansion, cars, guns, drugs, money, and then you go on the streets and you seeing people dying left and right. You got to
Mm,
keep bribing the police. So I felt like they were just emotionally and financially, and they were just fed up
yeah.
overall. But that you want to make sacrifices for your kid, and I applaud her for being a good mother, sacrificing herself. But at the end of the day, if I watch my son work this hard to get to something, I want him to walk away with at least something. You feel me? Like, If Franklin was 10 million up and was chasing 73 million, I understand. Cause fam, okay, cool. You're already rich. Now it's just greed. You feel me? But to see me start something from scratch, build this empire, you saw what I lost on the way to the top. And for you to just look at me in my face as a man with a baby on the way, with kid and a wife to take care of, and telling me to walk away and be happy with walking away with nothing, that was a little too crazy for me. And towards the end, not to be misogynistic, not to be a barbarian, but I felt like Franklin was surrounded by too much feminine energy.
Oh, here
Fucking
we
Lee
go.
lost his fucking balls. He left his balls in Africa. When Jerome died, it was Louis, his girl, the mom. It was Franklin's logic versus every woman in his life wanting to do something different. Louis wants him to walk away.
Mhm.
His mom wants him out the game, and his girl wants him to stop doing everything he's doing and focusing on her and their future. So it was just like, yo, for me to do all this, guess what I need? Money. So
I need to sell crack.
yeah, so I just felt like if Lee was in his right mind and Jerome was there and he had to go get his money and everybody was on
But
one
Lee gave him
accord,
money.
I understand, but I'm just saying like everybody would have just hunted down like Teddy together and it would have been a faster job than all these L's. Like a mistake that he clearly made, he brought his mom to the warehouse. I would have never done that shit.
Yeah, I don't know that part. I still don't understand. Oh, wait, we didn't even mention Gustavo. I'm not actually.
Gustavo's been the most loyal nigga in the show.
Yeah, I'm glad he got away like skate free because even when he had the CIA and the freaking the other freaking the Spanish dude that was on him,
Mhm.
bro, he literally said, "Hey man, shit going left. Give me what I need and I'm gonna be out of here." And that's literally what happened. He
Real
got his
shit.
bread and literally left.
But the person that I'm mostly disappointed by and I was let down by is Leon. How he did Franklin at the end. Cause Gary, from a human perspective, I understand the little speech Franklin gave him saying like I'm gonna stay here. Uh, I lost everything. The house is the only thing I have left. But fam, you grew up with this guy. You looking at your man's like literally on his knees, rotten teeth, dirty, stink, asking you for $20. Like the least I would have offered if I was in this position, like, fam, I understand you prideful and you don't want my help and you feel free now. But bro, just come over my place. Take a shower, put some clean clothes on. Let's, rest. Get a good, nice 8 hours of sleep without without looking over your shoulder. Then we could pick up this conversation. I don't think he did enough to rescue or try to rescue Franklin. And I get it. At the end of the day, everybody is their own man. But I was very disappointed because again, he was the reason why everybody is rich and is in that position. And I felt like
completely
they at
agree.
least owed him the help.
Yes, basically to wrap up, the reason why I love the ending of that show is because, and I actually agreed. You might disagree. I actually agreed of like Leon not giving Franklin the money. I think he'd asked for $1 million or some shit.
But I'm not even talking about that. I
But
understand why he didn't give him that million then. I'm talking about the last scene where you clearly see the man like they literally just took over his house.
well,
The last thing he had left.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why he couldn't do it because it's like at that state of mind, at right there at that moment, Franklin just looks generally defeated. Like you can tell this nigga anything, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just literally at peace. And I don't know if you caught that. He literally said that I'm free. They can't do this to me. He literally free in his mind. I guarantee you, like the look on Leon's face, he's like, all right, fam, yeah, if you want to come with me to Africa, cool. But it's like at that state of mind of I know you're not agreeing with me, but like with Franklin, you gotta look at how his mindset was at that moment. This nigga is not washing his ass, not brushing his teeth, literally fighting with homeless people, drinking all the time. That man is just not in the right state of mind.
I
And
get
like,
it.
and even if you really at that lowest point, your pride is literally everything, bro. It's literally that's what it is. And he still had pride,
Fam,
even when he's at the
I
bottom.
understand everything you're saying. But even Wanda had to go to the shelter when she was down and that was the last bit of help somebody could offer her.
But then again, you're wrong about that. Wanda went to get help herself,
No, I get it, but some people looked out for her as well.
but she had to take the
No,
initiative.
I
to
get it,
help
but
herself.
Gary,
Frankly, didn't want that.
Gary, if you lose it all,
Mhm.
I don't care if I have a 1-bedroom apartment. I see you on the street begging for money. I'm gonna say, fam, I don't care if you crash on the couch, if you sleep on my floor. I can't stomach watching my friend go out like that. Again, I'm not promising to change your life. I'm
Hmm.
not promising to give you money to fund your bad habits. But if you care about being rehabilitated, I have a way to get you there. I just felt like it's like, fam, you came to visit him. It's not like he came to visit him multiple times and he was still in that mind state. Fam, you came to visit me after however many years you've been gone. You see the situation and you saying, man, I could have paid. No, fam, don't tell me you could have paid. Go pay it. Oh, you could have paid. I could have paid it, whatever you have left on the house. Do it. Because clearly I'm not in a position to help myself. And I'm not going to ask you because my pride is in the way. Like Gary, let's keep
I
it a buck.
understand.
Let's
Yeah.
keep it a buck, and we can end on that note, right? If my car is about to get repossessed, you know that you
Yeah.
have the money to help me out, and I'm too prideful to ask you for help. You don't think, as a decent human being and as my friend for a long time, even if it's half of the money, you would have zell it to me and be like, you know what? I know you don't need it. You say you don't want it, but yo, that's the least that I could do. I hope this helps in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. And if I do that for you, what am I supposed to do if you sell me back the money?
No, but that's different. But we never saw,
No,
we never
it's
saw, we never saw Lee extend the hand.
I
You just screamed
understand.
his name while he was walking away. Frank, say, like, what is that gonna do?
Fam,
It's just,
it's
I don't feel
even
like he did enough.
I understand, but fam, it's literally that last episode could have been its own season. To be
I
honest,
get it,
it really
man.
could.
And
Because
I,
I know we doing everything off of assumption, but in my personal mind, like, well, my perspective is that I think Leon did the best he could in that moment. Because when you see a nigga that just don't want help, and I'm speaking as someone who can talk about this, I personally don't help people who don't want help. That's just me personally, because I try to help people who don't want help, and it's the most stressful shit.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because as men,
I
we have
agree.
ego and we have pride, and sometimes you're not gonna say it. You feel me? If I'm with you, I don't have any lunch money. We work together. You going to lunch. You're gonna sit in front of me on the table with your meal and you eating like like you didn't see me eat all day type shit. No, I'm a offer. I'm gonna just extend my hand, bro. I
I'm
got
not
two
saying
burgers
now.
here.
I'm
Like
not
it's just
saying don't offer, but I'm saying is like literally, if I'm literally eating a plate of food, I give you half of it and you throw it on the ground. What am I supposed to do after that? Clean it up, then put it back on the
nah, but
table?
that's different. But you
No, it's the same shit as the freaking
But
Franklin shit.
Leon
It's just a
didn't.
different
Leon
metaphor.
didn't offer to help. He got
It's
brainwashed
one
by.
episode, bro.
No, but I'm saying he got. You clearly could see he got brainwashed by the mom saying, "Yo, the best thing for you to do is go get your girl, go be with your family. Franklin is gone. I lost my son. This and that. He's done. Like he's cooked. Like I just don't. Because I feel like the relationship you have with your parents is one thing. The relationship you
Mhm.
have with your friends is another thing. Because there's things that Gary, you know about me that my own mom don't know about me. You get what I'm saying, and vice
Yeah.
versa. But it's just like to me, I just know my friends and I know when they need help. As a good friend, I know when my boy need help. So you don't have to tell me to come help you, nigga. I'm gonna help you. And later on in life, you're gonna look back and you're gonna shake your head and you're gonna reflect and be like, damn, I didn't even know I was in the hole till my nigga pulled me out. I fuck with him for that. I don't think a friendship works well when things are good. I feel like a friendship is tested and is under the microscope when things are bad. If me and you are exchanging words and we going over social media with it versus calling each other on the phone, I feel like that does more damage to us than good because you have my number, I have your number. You feel me? Even in mid argument, there's certain things I shouldn't say to you out of because of the friendship and the relationship that we have. I just don't feel like he did enough. And we don't have to die on this hill, but that's just my opinion. That's all.
All right. I guess because literally, like I said, the last episode could have been a full blown season. So
Yeah, that
all of
shit
our
fucked me up. I ain't gonna
so
hold you.
all our assumptions could go either way.
Nah, that's a fact. Shit. What else we got to talk about? I felt like we spent most of the time
pretty,
talking.
pretty
about
much,
it.
yeah. Half an hour basically on that one
Oh
on that
man.
one topic.
But the next thing we could talk about realistically, you want to talk about it, Mr. Cameron himself? What's going on
Oh,
with him,
okay. So pretty much
Mr.
like
Pink Fur?
we were supposed to talk about this 2 weeks ago, but pretty much everyone is aware of like that infamous Cameron picture where he's wearing all pink,
Mm-hmm.
pink freaking mink on, pink hat, pink little cell phone. So apparently, like he wanted to like start making like trying to make like say if you try to make like bed sheets out of it or like
Merch,
cups or
pretty
just
much.
merchandise but merchandise of all forms. But apparently, as he was about to start selling it, the person who actually took the picture of him was like, "Hey, bro,
Came to collect.
I own that." That little moment, I took that picture. So that means I deserve some of the cash. And obviously, everybody knows camera on camera is like, fam. And a lot of people would think about this too. It's like, fam, it's freaking me. How can you sue me for me?
For a picture of me. But I understand. I mean, I see it twofold. I just see it like if you're a photographer taking a picture of nobody, like it doesn't do shit for you. You feel me? You just took a regular picture. How many photographers take pictures of a lake, of the sky, of
Mhm.
just a good aesthetically looking beach or just a bridge, and like the government is not coming around saying, "Hey, you posted that on Instagram. That's our stuff. We built this with our tax dollars. Give me some of that." You feel me? Like people get inspired by shit all the time. So I don't think it should have just went that far. Like I feel like having a conversation and reaching out to him and saying, "Hey, like you've been eating off this shit. Like you know how the photographer hustle is, and I'm not doing as good as you. I feel
Mhm.
like it's fair, if we actually." To me, I'm the type of nigga, bro, Gary. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I would have came up with a business proposal so we could both eat. You feel me? Not to take away from you, fam. I'm the photographer that took the picture. Obviously, your likeness boosted the stock, my stock, and your stock, and that's a picture that's stamped in hip hop. You feel me?
But like I say, pride is a motherfucker.
I just feel like it just could have been handled better. And again, to his credit, the photographer credit. Let me not take the credit away from him. The way I feel about this is it's tough for them niggas to get credit or to even get paid. You feel me? And
Yeah.
and and, and I'm glad there's laws to protect against that. I just don't feel like the way that particular photographer is going about it is, that would have been my go-to way to dealing with this.
Hey man, like as we creators, man, I'm always pro creator over everything.
Hmm.
I know it sounds crazy the fact that someone is suing Cameron for a picture of Cameron. That sentence alone sounds fucking nuts, but it's like you gotta remember this is the nigga that really captured that moment.
Hmm.
Like we all know the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
1,000%.
So and literally like that picture has been seen everywhere. It's been seen on clothing brands, freaking it's literally been one of the best meme pictures, even before a meme was actually a thing. So I gotta ask you a question now, like how I view it is obviously you've seen the Kanye documentary.
Hmm.
How would you feel if you made the footage? I think his name was Cootie and it was another person too.
Hmm.
How would you feel if like you literally was responsible of all that footage and that footage literally gets put on Netflix and you get paid nothing?
I feel like that's a little bit different because once you release a picture is easier to get stolen than like actual videography footage. Like the only way for you to lose all that footage, it would be for you to lose a drive, or for you to sell it for the low and realize its value later. You feel me? But again, that gentleman did the right thing. He sat on his own footage when it was time to capitalize off of it.
Mhm.
He did that. He could have been a basic ass nigga and released it on YouTube, and it could have got him a couple of views, and he could have made pennies on the dollar. But again, I think again as creators, a good point that you brought up that I wanna kind of like stand on and actually like push forward is we gotta start thinking long term. You feel me? With art, whatever we create, whatever we say, we have to be well researched and value ourselves and value our art and invest in ourselves so it could be something later. Because again, you don't know. Like Kanye didn't know that graduation was gonna be a staple in his career. He was just making music. But guess what? When you put your heart, your soul, hard work, and sweat equity in your sound and you doing what's true to your heart, if it becomes something, then you benefit from that. So again,
Mhm.
I wouldn't compare it to video footage because again, they would have to get that from him physically
The reason
unless he
why
lost it. But yeah.
the reason why I consider it the same because like say if like you had the footage, a nigga can screen record it.
True.
Like even today, like a video and a picture can both go just as far, the same trajectory. And the reason why I think that's like important is like because even if Kanye will look crazy and saying like, oh, it's literally everything is about me. I deserve all the money. Cootie shouldn't get nothing. That's gonna be completely foul. Like in the footage, I don't know if you guys seen the footage where it's like how crazy the videography is in that documentary. That was like cootie cop moments of Kanye's first time, like he got his Rockefeller chain. He got footage of Pharrell listening to Through the Wire. Like this man has literally has footage that is kind of priceless
One thousand
that people
percent.
would die over to get.
Mhm.
But and then now with like this Cameron picture where it's like it kind of goes a million ways, bro. Like we've had people on this show like I'm sorry I'm forgetting her name, like the makeup artist that
Mhm.
was on the show.
Keisha. Mhm.
Keisha, she came on and said that she did someone's makeup and everyone realized that oh she did it, but she didn't get tagged for it. It was a big thing. It can go like literally any type of way. Like I know like a lot of people who actually apparently it's actually very common if artists post pictures and don't tag the photographer. A photographer can actually get some money off that because you're technically stealing, even though
One thousand percent.
you're the actual focus of the picture. But it's like, fam, I didn't create this moment.
I feel you. But see, the problem with what you're saying is I don't. Yes, you captured the moment, but you're not mad that you captured the moment. You mad that you captured the moment, and I'm capitalizing off the moment.
Yeah.
Because again, if you got paid, you know how many bro, you know how many YouTubers that make J. Cole type beats that
Hmm.
another famous producer probably copied and put out or sold to Future and make millions off of, or thousands and hundreds of thousands off of. It's just that's the name of the game. How many producers could tell you up in the beginning they sold a beat for $20, and
Hmm.
now J. Cole bought your beat, and now it's on a platinum album, and you looking stupid because you sold it through an app for $20. You feel me? So I
It
think
happens. Yeah.
I think as a creator, again, I'm glad we talked about this. I think your greatest asset as a creator is being able to create. So if you are able to create, keep creating. If you dope, the cream is gonna always rise to the top. So if you assisted in a legendary moment, guess what? You can go create some more. There's a famous photographer named Johnny Nunez in New
Hmm.
York City.
Yeah.
This nigga is the hip hop's most, I guess, prolific photographer. Guess
Yeah.
what? He has pictures of everybody
And he has his watermark on everywhere
on
too.
everything. So it's like, fam, okay, cool. You took a picture of Cameron and he schooled you over. All right, cool. Don't make the same mistake with that Kanye pick. Don't make the same mistake with the Wu Tang. You feel me? Pick. It's just
I hear you.
to me when you just harp on one little moment, it's like I don't know. It kind of like you reaching, bro. At this point, again,
I completely
in
understand.
all
Yeah.
fairness, it's your work. You deserve to get compensated for your work. But all I'm saying is 20, 30 years later, fam, you only took one picture in your entire life.
I
This is the
understand.
staple. This is what's gonna make or break you. Come on, bro.
I
Get the fuck
understand.
out of here.
I understand where you coming from. All right. Say if like I'm even last example, I promise y'all. It's just say if like I'm literally at uh the what's the fuck the royal family's wedding. Like what's
Mm-hmm.
that girl Kate and Prince Harry and Kate, if that's her
Mm-hmm.
name. No, Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle and
Meghan
Prince
Markle.
Harry. Yeah.
So literally, if I'm literally, you know how private that wedding was, that people were literally getting arrested for sneaking in just to take pictures. Can you imagine the amount of money the photographer that freaking made, the one that actually took the picture of their wedding, their first kiss as a married couple? Those moments is like, bro, this shit can't be recreated. And he just, and as a photographer, I guarantee you, there's a very good chance you might not get a bigger moment in your career than that moment.
I get it. I get it. I mean,
But and I think that Cameron picture low key falls in line with that picture as well of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
see, nah, I wouldn't
I'll
even.
say it. I'll say it. Fuck it.
I think for hip hop,
For hip hop, yeah.
it's a moment. It's definitely a statement. You know, nigga, even Drake had a pink fur on when he went to Harlem to do his show and shit. So I
Exactly.
get it, but it's just like I said. I feel like if you dope, you're gonna keep creating dope shit, and that's the same thing. And that's one of the things. I guess the last thing I'm gonna say about this, since we dragging every fucking topic, the last thing I'm gonna say is even when Dame Dash parted ways with Jay-Z from Rockefeller, like he went on to go create his own shit.
I have my
Like
own opinions about Dame
I
Dash,
mean,
but I'll let you.
you know, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like they have their ways that they feel about each other on a personal level. But
Mhm.
I'm saying, like, it's not like Dame Dash retired completely from the music industry, stopped doing interviews, hid in the hall in a room and is bitter and is mad about his role and what people stole from him. Like, yeah, I could address it. I'm gonna address what happened and what went down. That's part of my legacy. But at the same time, guess what? I'm the same nigga that discovered Kanye. And if I discover Kanye and I gave Kanye a shot, not that I'm saying he discovered Kanye literally,
Literally, Jay.
but if I'm the nigga that gave Kanye a shot in Rockefeller, guess what? I could go find a few other Kanyes. And not that I'm saying Kanye's, a whole bunch of Kanyes exist in the world,
Definitely
but
not.
that's just an example. Well, let's talk about the most recent fall from grace moment that we've experienced this year. Jonathon Majors, one of our rising African American actors that was getting some shine and light um, in the movie industry in Black Hollywood, in Hollywood period. Yeah, he got caught up in some scandal. And how do you feel about that, Gary? Like, the word DV was being thrown around. And for people that don't know what DV is, it's domestic violence. Yeah, how do you feel about the stigma or that stamp on him, whether it's true or if it's not true?
If I'm gonna give my full, honest, ignorant answer, see a black man, see a white woman, and
Oh,
I see no video footage, and I see smear campaign, and I've seen this happen from time to time again. At this point, I don't care until I see the evidence. That's just my personal take.
yeah, but
They say there's footage, let the footage come out.
nah.
But I would say is I see that the text messages got released by apparently Jonathan Major's lawyer, which don't make him look great. Well, I will admit, but I would say is I can't say anything. Basically, I can't really say much because there's not really hard evidence. And Jonathan Majors is literally the face of Hollywood. He has two number one movies in the year, which hasn't been done since God knows when. So it's like there's a lot of heat on him. So when there's a lot of success, there's a lot of freaking backlash that comes with it. Like Will Smith said it best that Denzel told him. The devil comes for you when you're at your highest point.
I get that, but I feel like again, domestic violence for a man is that stigma and that stamps that stain stays on your shirt. Before any evidence could come out, if people hear that you abuse women or you allegedly abuse women, you start losing shit immediately. You start losing friends, people are starting to separate themselves from you. Meanwhile, the woman is, being protected and being surrounded by love, is going to therapy and being cared for. Like, I think in those moments, nobody fact checks anything. Nobody really asks the man what's going on or his side of the story until facts come out. And honestly, I feel like in those instances, if video footage don't save you, it's tough because again, now it's gonna be the woman's word against yours. And again, the bad part about that is we instantly saw the hits that he was taking like in real time. He
Of
was
course.
losing roles. Uh, uh, his
I don't think
management company
he lost his
parted
management
ways
I don't
with
think he
him.
lost any big roles as of yet. Like the only big role I know that's coming with him, I believe he's doing like a Dennis Rodman movie. He's playing Dennis
I mean,
Rodman.
I get it, but at the end of the day, these big companies are not going to make an announcement of replacing him unless they have a suitable replacement.
Yeah,
So, yeah, people could be holding auditions for his role secretly without him knowing. You feel me?
of course.
And,
'Cause he is technically the face of Marvel right now.
but nobody is coming out publicly to support him.
That is
You
true.
feel me? Like
Michael B. Jordan has
even
been
Michael, I'm not
quiet.
saying Michael B. Jordan is not texting him on the low saying, "Hey, brother, keep your head up" and this and that. But it's like everybody's staying away from the heat right now.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
but I mean, again, if there's one thing that I want any black man to take away from this is, fam, the more money you make, surround yourself, get a driver, get a security person, and have a camera person with you at all times.
Hey, what doctor am I
And
saying?
have people around you that you can trust. And do not publicly start any arguments because again, you're gonna look nuts. You the person with the most to lose always have to be the more careful person. Like one, if I'm in the room, I'm the richest person in the room. My eyes is on everybody. I'm watching over my shoulder. I'm looking at every person that walks in that fucking room because again, any little thing that happens, they're gonna say, "Hey, so and so, the party that so and so attended got shut up." They do that now.
Hey,
You feel me? So,
what Dr. Umar say? Stay away from the white woman. Stay away from the white
but
woman.
I don't even think it's a white woman thing. It's
It's
just
not a white woman thing,
like
but
stop having public. Like I was raised like that, bro. Stop having like wait till you get home. Like it's okay if you have a disagreement or a altercation or an exchange of words with your woman. Hey, you gotta act accordingly.
no, it's
There's
not just with your
cameras here,
woman,
this
bro.
and that. Let's just get home and ash this out. I don't think it's never attractive for me when a woman like I know some niggas they're toxic and it turns them on to publicly fight and all that toxic shit and go home and fuck and make up and all that shit. But I don't like all that public shit. I don't like that Instagram shit. Don't tag me in no mess, no drama. Like, cool, you want to leave me? I did some bullshit. Go. But that smear campaign, that dragging my name through the mud, like you exposing how hurt you are. You feel me? And again, stop, fam. Your movie, you got a movie in the box office making history, and you out here in a Uber fighting with your girl.
Hey man,
Like
like
it's cool sometimes to get out the car and walk away. It's like, fam, like you telling me the tension is high. You couldn't just get her a cab home and nigga, I would have walked home.
hey man, there's like I said, this all speculations. Like even like we didn't even talk about the Tory and Meg shit that happened a long time ago. We didn't even talk about the results. Apparently, this nigga Tory getting 9 years, and
Allegedly. I mean, I heard he was facing up to 20 years, but I don't think he's getting
so
more than at least
that
five.
see, like, even I got my own speculations about that. That's a completely another episode. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is, bro, it's like I can't fault anyone just for accusations at the moment. Even though I do always say whenever there's smoke, a fire started somewhere. I'll die on that hill saying that. But yeah, man, I just get tired of it because it's happening to a black man who's doing great in Hollywood, and meanwhile you have Johnny Depp's freaking ex-wife. She literally lost in court. People were saying, "Oh, she's losing roles, this and that." Now she's gonna be in Aquaman too. Like, like it's just I just hate the shit that it's like
It's a double standard for sure.
it's just a double standard, especially a black double standard at that.
Yeah.
So
But I mean,
that's just my take
honestly,
on it.
hey, the more
Give me
successful
the
you are,
facts. Give me the
listen, the
facts.
more successful you are, the more you got to watch your back at the end of the day.
Come on, just
And and you're not in a position to do shit public no more. Like you're not a regular nigga, bro. Like I don't care how much of a regular life you want to live, but anyway, I just hope the facts come out, a video of some sort come out, and things are in his favor because he is a good actor. You feel me? I do enjoy watching him,
yeah,
and yeah, man, I mean, his career trajectory was out of here. So
yeah.
you know,
Hopefully he overcomes it.
prayers for everyone involved.
Prayers for everyone involved, for sure.
The last, I guess, friendly topic, lighthearted topic that I want to talk about, in honor of your birthday, and also just realizing things about myself and just observations at my age, is pretty much as you get older, what are some things that you realize about life, about people? You could give me a few examples.
As I get older, I realize I admire presence more than presence. That's something that I definitely been realizing is that I
So you value
actually
companionship more.
not even just companionship. It's just like I just realized that people that's if you've been in my life for a couple of years, I for some reason I get a lot more excited when I don't see people. If I haven't seen you in about a year or 2 years, I see you. Oh man, I see you alive. You doing good. You doing decent. It's good to see you again. I'm just acknowledging the fact that hey, what's been crossing my mind a lot. Like if you see a motherfucker, you don't know if you're gonna see this nigga again.
That's true.
That's been crossing my mind more. And another thing that's been like kind of like been making me like open my eyes more, bro. The world fucked up out here, bro.
That's a fact.
Bro, like
A fact.
I remember when I was driving to work every day. There's certain points, especially this year in South Florida. There was a time where I'd be driving down like Jog or Congress, and bro, I'm seeing new homeless people every day on the same street. It's not even the same homeless people no more. Like
Mhm.
people are fucked up out here,
That's a fact.
bro. Literally, we paying $2,000 to $3,000 to live in a shoebox in Florida.
Yep.
And like the norm right now of renting a room in Florida is like $800.
That's that's somewhere decent. I mean, dude, that's somewhere shit. That
That's
bro,
like the norm now. Like that's like
nah,
if you
but
want
I
to
see
rent a room,
one.
because it's paying $800 to $1,000 to rent out a room.
Shit, I see 1,500 for a 1 bedroom. I've seen that. It's crazy.
No, that's just like another thing I've been realizing too is just like as I've been realizing as I get older, it's just that like we really get into that age where it's like people are getting married, people
Having
going
kids.
people having kids. I realized that people my age having kids is like normal now. It's like, oh shit, cool. People going to jail, like it's just
It's normal. It's like normal
bro,
shit.
like fuck,
You look
okay.
on Facebook and it's a new mugshot.
You should, man. And another thing I actually want to tell everybody is like, yo, if you don't own it, don't deal with it. That's
I feel
just
that.
my opinion.
Well, I got a couple like just sitting back, man. There's a lot of observations. Some of the things I realize as I'm getting older. The first one is uh, God is your only friend. True friend at that. Because again, man, it's shady out here. You know, a
Mhm.
lot of people are fucking each other over a check. You feel me? A lot of loyalty, friendships are being tested right now, and you know, it's like a dog eat dog world right now.
Depending on the environment you put yourself in.
Okay, yeah, true, valid. And another thing I'm starting to realize is half of the times that women claim they're depressed is because they don't have any money now. So
Okay. Who hurt you this week?
it's not. No, I'm
Hurt you
just
this
saying,
week.
like a lot of because again, in my personal life, the way I rank things is like there's money problems and there's life problems. Like when somebody is telling you a story,
Mm.
I categorize where your issue is. And typically, when you sad, depressed, you just want some money or you want some pussy or something. You feel me? That's just the way I see it. I'm valuing peace more. It's better to be in less crowded environments.
Oh,
That's one of
really?
the things that I'm. But see, this is the thing. This is the misconception. You think I'm Mr. Nightlife and I'm out every night, and the truth of the
It's
matter
not
is,
saying.
Gary. Let me say this publicly for the people to hear: is I select where I want to be at. I'm not at
Can
everything.
I just say, like, whenever this is how Cheech does, because Cheech is the king of like turning down, like toning down everything, like making things seem not as big as what they are. Because Cheech could have this fit on right now and says, "Oh, I'm just gonna be out with Slim." Slim is one of the hottest DJs in the fucking city.
I feel you, but like I don't. I mean,
Shouts out to Slim.
yeah, but this is my life though. Like I don't like you think the nigga that drive a Lamborghini every day sees it as a Lamborghini. He sees it as a regular car. So again, it's
It's
not
just I just have zero sympathy when he say, "Oh, I love my peace. I just need to relax." So I have zero sympathy for you,
that's
bro. I have zero because let me tell you how you can actually get peace from someone who actually does enjoy their peace over almost everything. Is that like, fam? If you want real peace, turn off your fucking phone and stay your hot ass home.
I mean, I barely
Those are
post.
literally that's the medicine for having peace.
I feel that. I feel that. But another thing that I realized too is my tolerance level is super low. Um, like, like even dating. Like, if you don't have a job, your own spot in a car right now, it's a dub. It's a dub
Duh.
because it's like I feel like I'm bringing more, giving more to this situation than you are off rip, and it's not gonna work.
Unless it's Saturday at 2 a.m.
I mean, there's an exception to every rule.
Really?
Let's keep it a buck.
You put the kids to sleep.
Yeah, man. It's just like finding time for things that make you happy is valuable, man, and spending time with family. Because like I've mentioned this on the pod before a few weeks ago, is we don't realize sometimes that as we age or parents age, you feel me? There's certain things that our parents are suffering from or telling us now, and it's like, whoa, when did you start having knee pain? Like you was just helping me ride a bike. You feel me?
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like we get stuck. I feel like as kids, uh, we want to be grown, but we want to hold on to certain things from our childhood and think of our parents in a way. And I think parents want to always view us as kids, so we kind of never grow up in their eyes. So I think we both kind of keep each other at a level in time that we're no longer at. It's some superficial shit, but it's
Yeah.
just I realize like there's certain complaints like my mom is having now, and certain fights we having, like it's grown adult fights. It's about like things that are not materialistic. It's about the future. It's about where they see me, what they want from me. And yeah,
Yeah,
man, it's a little
my
different.
grandmother on my dad's side forgot my birthday, so yeah, yeah, time's moving.
Yeah, at least you used to get $5 back in the day. Like, oh, little Gary, he's an envelope. Like, now it's like,
Nah.
yeah, man.
Meanwhile, my sister gets a Louis Vuitton purse.
And the last thing I want to say, the most valuable asset and the most valuable thing we have in this world is time. You feel me? And this is why, like, I want to focus, on the things that make me happy, things that bring me joy, and things that kind of give me a purpose, man. But yeah, not to serious us out, but
Very
yeah,
good. I
man.
actually have some advice for you, some unsolicited advice
Oh
for
shit,
you.
shoot.
So what I would tell you is that, because I know, like you said, time is important. I always say use your time wisely. And also, even though like you and other people like love to like everyone's chasing something. We're all creators. We all chase something. But you gotta remember, as you're chasing something, you gotta acknowledge on what's in front of you.
Okay, I understand.
I want you to
I like
remember
that. I like that. I mean,
Mhm.
and then some advice I'd like to give you.
Hey, open here for it.
It's the playoff. Come outside and be with your friends. It'd be cool to go watch the game at Twin Peaks sometime.
Hey, I'd be at Twin Peaks here and there.
But yeah, man, I'm happy that we're back to get the energy kind of right. I miss this guy. I mean, even though we don't have a pod, we still have a pod over the phone. You feel me?
Oh,
We don't
tell
talk. We
me
don't
about
talk as
it.
much as we used to, but we still talk nevertheless.
Let me tell you the bullshit, because Cheech knows my schedule in and out.
Oh no, and you know my schedule in and out.
I don't actually.
That's
I don't.
cap.
I don't. Every time I call him, there's like there's 10 things going on in the background. Oh, I'm at Food Town. I'm in Boca.
Oh,
Like
man, I be at work,
everybody
man.
knows where Gary is. That nigga home.
Oh man,
But like,
yeah, man.
oh yes, we're glad to be back. We're trying to get back into the routine of things. Hope you guys missed us. Remember, catch us on all streaming services, YouTube, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please 1080p. What are we doing?
1080p. And also, as you visually can see, we're making some changes to the set. We're improving everything. Like, we don't just go home and record this and say, like, we done. You feel me? We're always trying to figure out ways to make the audio better, the quality of the images better. Like, you feel me? We put a lot of thought into this coming in here. The engineer and the people that run the studio put a lot of effort on setting things. Like, everything you see here is placed here intentionally. Like, there's nothing that is a mistake, even if you think it's a mistake.
Oh,
But yeah, we take pride in doing this, and we can't do it without your support.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, keep showing us some love. So
Keep rocking in the free world.
yeah, I mean.
And do I'm joking. Where do you go by?
But I go by the name of Cheech, aka lover of things, of many things, including R&B, beautiful women, and a good time. AKA I love talking. I've been called the talkaholic.
Talkaholic. I like that.
And AKA, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to be back here and doing what I love.
All right, shoot. Well, I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka podcast father of two.
Oh my god! I knew at some point you was gonna say this bullshit.
Podcast father of two.
Podcast father of two.
Come on, man.
Technically, we have a joint. I mean, we have joint custody or whatever. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I guess.
Hey, but shout out to the beautiful women that do watch this, that don't take offense to the little jokes. Shout out to to my guys, the good guys, the street dudes.
Hey, we got to go home. You know
whatever.
that, right?
I mean, see, catch y'all next week, man.
Catch y'all next week, man. What
And
is
this is
These are the aesthetics. Later.